Hi there, this is Phil Simborg on behalf of Backgammon Learning Center Boot Camps. As many of you know, Mochi and I, along with several other very fine teachers for the Backgammon Learning Center, are going to be running boot camps around the world, starting with a one-day boot camp before the Cyprus tournament in November, before the Las Vegas tournament in November, and then we're also going to have two half-day sessions before the New York Metro tournament in January. So go to our website, check us out, blcbootcamps.com, and you can sign up and get more information. These will be very, very good, strong one-day intensive training with a lot of special things going on. In honor of the boot camps, we are posting, Mochi and I are going to be posting some common mistakes that people make, just to remind you all, help you out a little bit and show you that there is some real strategy to this game. Here's a very common mistake that lots of people make. Red is bearing off as a 4-2 to play. How would you play it here? Okay, the old days and the books would tell you to take a checker off the 6 point, because it would be double jeopardy to leave a checker there. If you leave a checker there and take two checkers off, you might leave a shot now with a 6-5, and then later on when you take one checker off, you could leave a shot with a 6-1 and 5-1. So double jeopardy was the reason that players used to play that way. The computer has told us, however, that double jeopardy is false for a couple of reasons. It's going to tell us to take two checkers off. And by the way, that's a very, very good theory. When in doubt, take two checkers off, or when in doubt, take them out, is what I like to say. But why would you take two checkers off? First of all, when you leave three checkers, let me look at the alternative play here with plus it. When you take one checker off, you can leave a shot with a 6-1 or a 5-1. When you take two checkers off, not only are you getting an extra checker off, but you only leave a shot with a 6-5. And it may not be double jeopardy. Maybe you'll roll doubles. Maybe blue will be gone by the time you have to clear that point. And even if you do end up leaving a shot, you'll have more checkers off, which means that even if you get hit, you could still win. And of course, if you don't get hit, you're going to win more gammons by taking two checkers off. In this case, you pick up an extra 6% gammons, and wins are almost exactly the same. So the gammons is obviously a very, very big reason for this position. In some positions, it could be about the wins. So when your opponent's holding the 5 point, you can leave three checkers on the 6 point. There are two exceptions. One exception is if your opponent has a checker on the bar. If he has a checker on the bar and you take two checkers off here, there are numbers where if he dances, you might leave other shots down here. So now when he's on the bar, come off the 6 point. And there's one other exception. Show you the other exception. And that's when you don't have an extra spare to play on the 4 point. If you take two checkers off now, you're in big trouble next time, not only if you roll a 6-5, but if you roll a 6-4 and a 5-4. Well, that's too many shots. So here you would take a checker off the 6 point. Okay, so here is one very, very simple common mistake, comes up all the time. It shows you how much we've learned in the last 20, 30 years thanks to the bots. And I hope this is a good hint for you. At our boot camps, we're going to be much more intensive about more advanced situations, and depending on your level, less advanced situations. We're going to break it up into 3 divisions: for intermediate, for high open players, and also for beginners. And we'll also have a very, very low rate for children to come if you want to bring your families along. We look forward to seeing you in Cyprus, and in Las Vegas, and in New York. And of course, Mochi and I very shortly will be on our way to Monte Carlo, where Mochi will be giving a lecture, and I'll assist him in the pre-tournament in Monte Carlo before the World Championships. Look forward to seeing you all. Hope this was helpful to many of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.